Jimmy Kimmel is back on the air, but for many, the battle scars from the fight over his suspension are still open.
That's right. It is a tense and uncertain environment right now for American media. However, Chapman News reporter Nico Schwegler joins us to break down the fourth wall. Nico?
That's right, Kira and Sophia. Jimmy Kimmel's short-lived removal from on the air sent shockwaves off the air. But now, the attention has switched to the future. From crackdowns on free speech, to possible changes to FCC guidelines, to President Trump's next threat, nobody knows what domino will fall next.
Yeah, I don't think anyone knows. I think, I think that's one thing that makes things feel so unsettled at the moment, is I don't think anyone knows where this is headed.
Dr. John Compton is a political science professor at Chapman. He says the Kimmel episode is unlike any other he's observed.
In my opinion, this is one of the most egregious examples of the government trying to censor speech it doesn't like that's happened in recent decades. I think Trump is totally in a class by himself. I mean, that's just part of American politics. But to find a president saying, I'm going to use my regulatory powers to force you off the air because you're criticizing me, I think that's completely unprecedented.
Not only is the moment unprecedented, but it may not be a one-off either. FCC Chair Brendan Carr vowed last week that Kimmel wouldn't be the last shoe to drop.
And Nico, I feel like we've been hearing a whole lot about Brendan Carr recently. Who exactly is he, and why is he someone we should be keeping tabs on?
Well, Sophia, Brendan Carr was appointed head of the FCC by President Trump in January. Dr. Compton notes Carr is very willing to follow through on Trump's agenda, which continues to target anyone who disagrees with the president.
I don't know if the tone has shifted that much. The tone has been pretty consistent, I would say. But I think that's the biggest difference, is that now he's got people in positions of power who want to carry out his directives, even when they may seem to be unconstitutional.
Nico, we've talked a lot about the future today, but what are the next steps for this issue?
Well, Kira, Sinclair and Nexstar, who initially rejected Kimmel's return to the air, finally ended their boycott, meaning Jimmy Kimmel Live is now back on all ABC stations. As for Trump's next move, well, that always seems to be a wild card, and we'll need to see when the next shoe finally drops. For Chapman News, I'm Nico Schwegler.